My brain just went wild. So excited to finally be filming this. This is my first YouTube video regarding my softcore bunny company that I just started back in February, and I cannot believe the success that I've had with this, and so I'm excited to share it with you guys today. But first, I just wanted to thank you guys so much for being so supportive. I can't believe my TikTok has gone from 50K to now over 100,000 followers over there, and because of that I did a 50K giveaway, which was short-lived because some people suck and they ruin the fun for us, but I'm now going to do a 100K giveaway, and these are the rules. So last time when I did the giveaway, there was a bunch of fake accounts going around that were messaging and emailing people who had entered my giveaway asking for their credit card information, along with other things saying, congratulations, you won. I'm just gonna say right now, I would never ask for any personal information. So in the meantime, I've been doing some brainstorming and trying to think of ways that I can give back to you guys. You still obviously want them. So I've been trying to think of ways that I could do giveaways and not make it like so easy for people to scam you guys, because I really, especially with the way the world is right now, I don't want that happening. So I was thinking, instead of messaging the winner, I'm going to announce the winner on my next YouTube video, September 20th. So it'll be right before my next shop update. Next shop update is going to be September 22nd, and I'm going to be launching a whole bunch of new things in addition to restocking old bunnies that you guys love so much, as well as a few new bunnies, because it'll be just in time for Halloween. So I feel like it's kind of foolproof. I don't really know how someone could scam you guys in this sense. So anyways, the rules. You need to like this video. You need to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'll have both of those linked down below. And then to finish it off, I want you guys to comment down below in the comments. I want you to leave me a comment of your favorite thing that you love about yourself. I am really bad about getting down on myself, and I really want to be better about it, and I feel like a good way to do that is to just do positive affirmations. I've found that that really works. I know it can be really cheesy, but I'm gonna make you guys do it today, so that's how you're going to do your final entry for the giveaway. Is leave a comment down below saying something positive about yourself, and I will choose from the winners. I will also make sure that you did all the other things, like as far as liking the video, following me on Instagram and TikTok, and then I will announce the winner for the bunny next video, which will be September 20th. And in that video, I'm going to be also going into detail as far as what products are going to be added, and I'll probably reveal which new bunnies as well as old bunnies are going to be added to the shop. Now you might be wondering what it is that you're even going to be winning. So the winner to this giveaway is going to be, it's going to be a big one. So you will get to either pick from a previous bunny, one of the new bunnies that I'll be putting out, because I'll be You'll get to either choose from an old bunny, one of the new bunnies, or a custom bunny, and you'll also get to choose whether you want it to be just a bunny or a backpack. It'll be completely customizable, as well as I'm going to be sending you some of the new goodies from the shop. So some new things that will be getting added are essential oils, candles, room sprays, and I'll probably include a few little small crystals, like beginner crystals like rose quartz or amethyst or even clear quartz. All that giveaway information out of the way, let's get into the video. So this is basically gonna be a Q&A. I have a whole list over here on my laptop of questions, so if I do like peek down, that's because I'm looking at my laptop. I'm doing my very best to look at the camera and not myself. I don't really know, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this, and thank you so much. If you're liking it so far, please like this video, comment down below whether you're entering the giveaway or if you just want to be nice and support me. Just about a week ago, I posted my whys to my website, and I feel like it's really important that you know why I started my company And so if you haven't already read the why on my website, I'm just gonna go over it now because this will cover why I got started. I was really little. I always had a thing for rocks. I obviously don't remember this because I was like 2 or 3 years old, but I found this out because I have a 4-year-old daughter and she often will come home, like she'll come inside from outside.
Can I come into the out now?
She'll come into the out now with rocks in her pockets, and I almost felt like I should be keeping them because it's honestly kind of cute. It's like, I don't know, like it's her way of like telling me that she loves me. It's like the only thing she can give me is a rock. So, but I thought it was interesting. So I was talking to my dad about it, and it turns out that I also did the same thing. My dad said that I would literally fall asleep with like handfuls of rocks in my hands. I always really enjoyed drawing. I started China painting with my grandma when I was really little. But I didn't really care for it. It was so boring to me, obviously. And then I took some art classes in high school, and I always didn't feel like I was good enough. I had this one friend who was really good, and I'm really bad about comparing myself. And so I was always like down. I didn't think that that was really the route that I was gonna go. I remember that I always loved Tim Burton, and the thought of like working in claymation was like, I wanted to do it, but I also knew how like unachievable that was, like realistically. So then I was like, oh, well, I'll be a cake decorator. And my family was always, you know, like really pushing like the medical field on me, and that I should do like nursing, and cake decorators don't get paid that much, or like artists in general. So
maybe I'll go to school next year, maybe next semester. No, do it right now.
Well, I went to school for medical assisting. So when I was done going to school for medical assisting, it was like a 9-month program. I ended up getting pregnant with my son. Long story short, when the time came, I wasn't ready to go back to work. So luckily we were in a financial position that I was able to be a stay-at-home mom, and I stayed home with him. By the time I was even like somewhat interested to be working again, the medical field just wasn't my thing. It probably didn't help that my first job was at a urology clinic, and if you know anything about medical stuff, it just kind of ruined it for me.
Oh, sorry. Sometimes these catheters can pinch a little bit.
It was around 2017 that I started getting into makeup. I started doing bridal makeup.
What, you think I don't look good? No, I don't like this dress.
As well as trying to do Facebook Lives, all that, and it just, at the end of the day, 3 years into it, trying to pursue it through TikTok, Instagram, cosplays, like doing the whole Halloween makeup thing, it just wasn't working out for me. Again, I was just comparing myself to people all the time. I feel like it wasn't doing anything positive for me. It was just tearing me down internally. And so I decided to like stop pursuing that, because again, it wasn't good for my soul. And then I one day decided that I wanted a Tim Burton themed bunny, and I had never sewn in my life, but I decided like, why not give it a go? I've painted, I've drawn like digital art, I've done makeup on my face. Like, I'm just gonna get a sewing machine, and I'm gonna have my stepmom, she's gonna come over and she's gonna teach me how to sew. So I had her and my grandma give me a little crash course. It actually ended up being easier than I thought it would be. I think, honestly, like anyone who's interested in sewing, I think you should just look up a good user-friendly like beginner sewing machine. For me, that was the Baby Lock Joy, and I loved it. It was super straightforward. There wasn't a bunch of like technology and different options. I'm like staring at my now. I use the Janome HD9 Heavy Duty, and it is more complex, but it's not like, for a beginner, the Baby Lock Joy, I absolutely recommend that if you're thinking about getting into sewing. But my whole point is, I feel like sewing is very intimidating to think about, but like when you actually do it and try, it's so much easier, and I bet you'll be happy that you tried it. I sewed my Oogie Boogie bunny. Actually, that's wrong. I sewed my Bumble, my little teal Bumble with the yellow, and that was for me specifically. I just thought he was super cute. I liked the teal and the yellow together. It was when I filmed a TikTok video from doing my makeup videos on TikTok. I was a little like, I knew how to use TikTok, and I honestly feel that that is what worked in my favor when it came to the success of my business. Is it didn't just like fall upon me, because sometimes I do. I'm like, wow, I feel like this business kind of blew up overnight. Realistically though, I mean, I feel like it's been a long time in the making, since 2017 that this has been going on, with like failed digital art accounts and failed makeup accounts, and I just feel that the stars aligned, and I made my Oogie Boogie TikTok video of me making my bag, and I got so much positive feedback from it. So many people asking for one themselves. And so that was when obviously I was like, I could make a business out of this, and then I would also be able to be doing the things I love, like expressing myself through my art. So then fast forward about 2, almost 3 months into me making bunnies, I had my first anxiety attack. I'd always had anxiety, like that stressful, just like icky feeling, but I had my first full-blown panic attack. It was on a date weekend with my husband. We were at a restaurant, and I just, I don't really know that I want to get into the details, but basically some things triggered it. But my whole body went numb, and I literally, if you've had anxiety, you know the feeling. You literally think you're dying. Like, my husband can sit there and tell me to breathe through it. He was super helpful because he's dealt with anxiety himself, and I'm very fortunate to have him, but I thought I was dying. Like, no one could tell me otherwise. And it really just ruined the whole weekend. So anyways, as soon as I got home, I got a hold of my doctor, and she started me on a daily medication as well as giving me some rescue pills if that happened again. And like I had said in my why on my website, I just have never really, I don't even like ibuprofen. Like, my head has really got to be hurting for me to take ibuprofen. So I really didn't like the idea of being mentally dependent on a medication. And I had always been intrigued about crystals. My mom, she's in the program. She's newly sober, but she's been an alcoholic like my entire life. She's been an alcoholic. And so there was one point that she had a friend in the program who really enjoyed crystals. So I had heard about them. I actually had a little small rose quartz when I was a teenager. It was around the time that she was friends with her, and she had given that to me. But because I was so young, and honestly, crystals weren't really like a thing, it just wasn't really a thing for me. But anyways, so now that I'm like dealing with the anxiety, and I just so happened to, I was getting my lashes done, and it's in this little building that down below there's a crystal shop, and she told me to go check it out after my appointment. So when I was done, I went down to the crystal shop, and I instantly just clicked with the owner. I don't know, like, if you're into like the universe and all that, there were so many things that happened that I just felt like I clicked. Like, for example, earlier that day I was designing a label for one of my Instagram highlights, and it was the one you can see, it's a moon with a crystal in it. And all I was thinking when I was at this shop, there was a tincture oil with that design on it. And to me, I might be a weirdo, but I was just like, okay, that's weird. And I pulled her aside, and I was like, I literally was designing a label like this morning. Like, how weird is it that not only is the label similar, there also was a man in there who I was talking about my bunnies and how I was thinking about this idea of intention bunnies. There was a whole reason I was really in there, is I wanted to talk to her more about crystals. And anyways, I mentioned bunnies, and this guy was like, oh my God, I love bunnies. And he showed me this tattoo he has of a bunny on his leg. Another weird coincidence. Then one of my favorite songs by Stevie Nicks, Gold Dust Woman, was playing. And it was one of those things again where I was like, okay, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. This is the path I'm supposed to be on. I went crazy in her shop. I went crazy in her shop, as well as I located some more wholesale crystal stores that are near me. I'm in a small town, but like an hour away, there was multiple wholesale shops. So I went crazy. I got a bunch of clear quartz crystals, which, if you didn't know, clear quartz is really good to use as an amplifier with other crystals such as amethyst. So amethyst is really good for anxiety, relaxation, sleep, and used in combination with clear quartz. It just amplifies those effects, as well as clear quartz can be used with as a different intention for anything. Like if you don't have obsidian for your protection, or you don't have an amethyst, like, you can use clear quartz. I personally started with clear quartz. I feel like it's a mental thing 100%. I know that not everybody believes in crystal. There's a ton of videos on YouTube, and eventually I would like to post a video going into more depth on how crystals work, how each individual one works. But I definitely believe it's a mental thing. And for me, just holding that crystal against my chest and being able to take deep breaths and feel the crystal and feel the energy of the crystal, that helped my anxiety. And so I was kind of like, I feel like this might be it. And I feel like this could also do well with my bunnies. Like, A lot of people in today's world don't really accept the idea of crystal healing. They think it's witchy, and you know, there's just a lot of people like roll their eyes like, oh, it's just rocks. So I was like, what if I were to put a clear quartz? So these are some of the clear quartz. They vary in size. This is what goes in the belly of all the bunnies created from August 10th on. And so now I feel your bunny can be an intention bunny. So if you feel like you're just having a hard day, or there's bullies at school, or whatever your reason may be, I want your bunny to be something you can turn to. I mean, I have dealt with bullying my whole life. Whether it was in middle school, I kind of touched on that on my website. As well as just the internet online. Like, people are mean, and especially when they're able to hide behind a screen. So I feel like the mom in me wants to be protective of all of you, no matter your age. I just want you all to know, like, I could get emotional. I just want you all to know how important you are and how loved you are, and I want my bunnies to be something that is more than just cute. I love how cute they are. I know you guys love how cute they are, but I like knowing that my bunnies have more meaning now. I actually have plans in the future. It's a secret, I can't tell you. I'm really bad at surprises, so it's like so tempting to tell you what my plans are. So that's really where my business is today. I'm super excited to start with these new intention bunnies, as well as make more specifically themed crystal bunnies, and then also keep all the goodies. You have no idea. So many people will comment, do this bunny, do this bunny. I have so many ideas, but I literally run this shop all by myself. I think sometimes people forget that, or they think that I drop ship. I don't. I start with a pile of fabric like this. I don't know why it's changing the color of my skin so much. Weird. Anyways, I start with a loaf of fabric, and then I get this. So for those of you who don't know, these are the bunnies I make. This is Mr. Baphomet Bunny. He's super cute. His necklace is removable, so you can wear that yourself if your neck is itty bitty like this. Or he can just be cute. He also can be made into a backpack. I have started making backpacks, and I know I get a lot of questions on whether I still make just the bunnies, and I do. At my website, when you're checking out, you can pick from the drop down whether you want just the bunny or if you want a bunny backpack. But one question I got is, what do you hope your company will become in the future? And honestly, I love what I'm doing so much. I honestly didn't think that I didn't see it coming. I literally have really bad imposter syndrome that I can't believe that it's working out for me finally, that I'm able to do something artistically that I love and that it's my job. So I hope that I can continue making the bunnies. A lot of people will like comment, I hope you're still making these in like 10 months when I get paid or something. I don't know. Yes, I plan to always make the bunnies. The bunnies will always be a part of my shop. The only thing that's different is I will obviously customize. September 22nd, with that new shop update, I'm going to be adding things like candles, essential oils, room sprays, apparel. I do, however, run everything by myself. The only thing I've done recently is my sister has been so kind. She's also a stay-at-home mom. She's been kind enough to cut fabric, so now she cuts my fabric for me so that I can just like pick what I need, make the bunnies. My husband is he's going to be behind the candle making. Obviously, like when it comes down to my candles I'm going to be making, they're going to have crystals in them as well as some other cool little wax things. I don't want to say too much because, again, I suck at surprises and it's really tempting to tell you like everything, but I want them to be surprised. Anyways, so little things like that, like the dressing up, I'm going to do, but my husband, he's so lovely. He's going to be making the candles. My next question that I've been getting asked a lot is, when am I going to be adding crystals to my shop? So the plan is to add crystals to my shop September 22nd. That's going to be like the big date that I'm adding all the things as well as some good old things. So as far as crystals go, I plan to have some staples in my shop. For example, little pieces like about the palm, the size of the palm of my hand, smoky quartz, rose quartz, this orange calcite, as well as this green fluorite tower that I absolutely love. Again, I'm not going to get too much into it, but I plan to have basic staple things in my shop like this. Amethyst, obviously, amethyst is my absolute favorite. As well as if I ever find random beautiful pieces. For example, this beautiful This is selenite and it's from the Red River in Canada. This is very rare and I found this in a shop in Portland. I'm near Portland if you didn't know. So I will have random pieces like this and then bigger pieces like this. Beautiful. This one is mine personally, this clear quartz. I just love it. I love that you can see the rawness of it, but then it's also just so beautiful. So yeah, I plan to have bigger pieces like this in my shop as well. Okay, so another question I get is, will I be restocking the Oogie Boogie Bunny? Yes, I plan to do at least one more big restock for the Oogie Boogie, and that is going to be, this is actually a surprise. So if you're watching this, you're fortunate enough to know that I am listing 20 Oogie Boogies tomorrow, August 20th at 11 a.m. PST. I'm going to be listing 20 Oogie Boogies. So if you are watching this, you're fortunate enough to know you heard it here first. Oogie will be in stock on my shop, and this is going to be the last restock I do for him for a long time, so do not miss out on him. You can choose between just the bunny version of him or the bag version. I wanted this to be a surprise, and a thank you for those of you who are here supporting my YouTube channel. Another question I get is, do I make child-friendly bunnies? So I make it very clear on my website, as well as you get a care card when you purchase your bunny, that my bunnies are not intended for kids. The beads and the buttons are a choking hazard. I personally wouldn't give them to my kids. And the safety pins are real. I don't get like fake plastic ones, and I don't dull the needle. So if one of those were to pop open, it's a needle. So anyways, if you are wanting to get a bunny for a grandchild or your kid or sibling, whatever it is, please send me either an email or add a note to your order. I'm pretty sure there's like a little, you can, I think I'll include it right here, to add a note at checkout that it is for a kid, that you either would like no safety pins, or I can do thread for the mouth instead. Do you have any advice for beginners? I myself am a beginner. I honestly, again, the imposter syndrome, I have no idea what I'm doing here, but my biggest advice would be to just do it, because had I not done it, I would still be like in this like limbo of not knowing whether, you know, whether I'm going to be able to keep my house, or if I'm even like, am I just going to keep just being a stay-at-home mom? Or when I was in fear of keeping my house, I actually was applying for jobs at local restaurants, and just, there's nothing wrong with it. We all have to hustle, but had I not started sewing and put it out there on TikTok and started this, then I wouldn't be able to be where I'm at right now. Like, this is so surreal to me, this whole room, everything. I feel like I'm living my dream. Some of you might be like, okay, but like, this to me is, I'm so happy. I'm happier than I've ever been as far as like doing what I love. Just start. Get yourself, whether it's, you know, whatever it is you're wanting to do, just try it. The only way to succeed, and this is so cliche, is to fail a couple times first, and you will learn from those mistakes. So just do it. Also, another question I always get asked is if I will give out the pattern. I'm not gonna give out the pattern, just for the simple fact, I know I like kind of joke about it, it's my Krabby Patty secret formula. I mean, but it really is. Like, I just feel like it wouldn't be a smart business move, and I know a lot of you will say, I promise I won't make this, blah, blah, blah. And like, that's wonderful. I'm super happy that everyone that's asked so far is super respectful about it. I don't think that that would be a smart move on my part to give out the exact instructions on what I make, and like, this is my business. So I will say though, my pattern that I use for my bunny is an assortment of patterns that I got off Etsy. I took a couple patterns off Etsy, mashed them together, Frankensteined the heck out of them, had my husband help me alter to make the bodies just a little bit longer and the heads a little bit fatter. And then obviously you'll see from the beginning when I first started, the bunny's ears were not as long as they are. So it's, again, it's just trial and error, starting, learning what you like, learning what you want to do different. Also, if you do ever create a bunny that is similar to mine, you know, the safety pin mouth, the button eyes, please tag me, because one, I honestly would love to see it, and two, I just feel like it's respectfully the right thing to do. A question I just got actually last night was an email saying that you charge 200, some of my bunnies are 200, some are actually more than that. You charge 200 for your bunnies, like, what's the quality of them? And I don't really know how to answer that, and that was kind of what I said is, I mean, obviously I'm gonna say like, the quality is fucking banging. Oops, I shouldn't say that, that's a bad word. The quality is amazing, and I think you should buy them. But obviously, why would you go off that? Like, So I recommend on my website, I have reviews, so people can leave reviews now under each product. There's not very many because it is a new feature I've added, but on my Instagram, which I have linked down below, there's a highlight that says reviews, and there's like 50, I want to say, people unboxing, like videos and pictures regarding how much they love it, how much their friend loved it. So I definitely recommend you checking out my reviews. Another question I get asked is, how do custom orders work? And right now the way customs work is when customs become available, I post to my stories, hey, customs are available, and then you just message me, and basically the first few, I normally open 5 spots at a time. So the first 5 people to message me will then discuss details, and whether, details, I can essentially make any bunny you want as long as it doesn't, it's not a copyright infringement, because there have been some requests that I just can't do because I just don't want to get sued. So I will tell you oh, I can't do that, but I can do this, and there's ways to alter it. But anyways, I can make essentially anybody you want. So as far as customs go, you get to choose color of the buttons, color of the fabric, the accent fabric, whether you want 1 eyes, 2 eyes. I can basically do anything. The only thing I won't do is right now I'm not doing anything other than bunnies. So I've had a few requests for a bear, a mermaid plushie. And so that's the only thing I won't do right now, is I'm not doing anything other than bunnies, but I can customize it any way you would like. And then at that point I would give you the price. You pay up front. I create a custom listing for you on my website. You pay in full. Originally I was only doing deposits, but then I had issues with people backing out. I'm considering going back to it and just having the deposits be non-refundable no matter what. But that will be announced again on my Instagram stories if that changes. But as of right now, customs, you pay up front. We discuss exactly what you want. Once payment is received, I'll order all the material, and then it takes about, right now, 7 to 8 weeks before your bunny even ships out. And this is honestly for anything. All my bunnies are pre-orders. If you are ordering for a birthday, or Christmas is coming up, that is something to keep in mind, that it's gonna take, so especially if you're overseas, because I ship everywhere, it takes right now 7 to 8 weeks before your bunny even ships out. And then also someone asked if I send progress shots. The only thing I will do sometimes, and this isn't a guaranteed, I don't make sure to do this, sometimes if someone orders, for example, I have a custom Fantasia bunny, as specifically the demon from it, I think his name's Bergamot, correct me if I'm wrong. And there's no fabric off of him. So I had to actually design my own design of him on my Procreate app on my iPad. And then I will obviously send a picture, say, hey, are you happy with this? And if they are, then I'll order the fabric, because obviously I don't want to order the fabric and then not be happy with it. So that's really the only progress shot I will do to make sure. And then, yeah, after that, I have yet to have anybody unhappy with their bunny. So I figure that covers a lot of the questions that I got. If I did leave anything out, I will try to get it in the next YouTube video, which will be September 20th, 2021. So it'll be right before my next shop update. And in that video, again, is when I will be announcing the giveaway winner. So if you subscribe to my channel, you like this video, you left your comment saying if you leave a comment down below saying something positive about yourself, and you also follow my Instagram and follow my TikTok, which I will have linked down below, then you will enter in, and I will announce the winner on that next YouTube video, which I will be going in depth and also showing some of the crystals that will be added to my shop, as well as the new released bunnies that I'm only going to be showing on my YouTube channel. And what else? Brain fart. So I just wanted to show you guys one more time. This is the only bunny I have on hand right now. I have this bunny version of the Baphomet Bunny, as well as the bag version of him. So I removed his necklace because he's gonna get it stitched on here. That way you can have the opening of the bag accessible. But anyways, so this is what the bag version looks like. It's the back of the head. Let me just set the necklace down. Your chain would go here, and then it links at the bottom right here, and the inside, I try my best to use the same accents that's on both the feet and the ears for the inside, as well as I make it pretty deep inside the head. That's why you'll notice when you get your bag bunnies, they're not as plump as the regular bunnies, because I try to leave room for you to at least put your phone in there. I have an iPhone 12 Max Pro, which is like the biggest iPhone you can get, and I make sure that that can fit in there without the case. My little like silicone case I have on it right now does make it a bit fussy to try and get it in there, but without the case, it slides right in there. So yeah, I just wanted to show you guys one more time my cutie little bunnies. So I hope I answered everything. Again, thank you guys so much for supporting something that I love so much. It makes me so happy getting to do what I love, and I hope that I get to continue doing that, and I hope that you guys stick around for all the fun, crazy things that I have coming to my shop soon. My bunnies will always be a part of the shop, but obviously I would like to expand and have more variety in my shop. And so yeah, if you haven't already, make sure you've entered the giveaway if that's something you're interested in, and I'll see you guys in the next one.